Of course, Mo got destroyed because he said Arteta isn't a defensive coach, and then he says he doesn't know how to coach an attack. Why? Because he's a defensive coach. Anyway, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday. It's 5 p.m. UK time, which means it's one of your favorite shows of the week, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Habibis, to talk about all the Champions League fixtures. We're here to discuss the Premier League related stuff, and we're here to have great conversations about the mighty Liverpool Football Club, my club. You get me? Do not mention the word Godmunson because Joe will get triggered, and please do not mention Postecoglou because Wolfie will think we're talking about him. Make sure you guys are liking the video as you're walking in. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Like I've said, YouTube has been messing up the algorithms recently, so every like counts. I need every single one of you. Close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Anyway, this guy thought he was going to get away with it, but he didn't. In the end, his own player scored a fantastic header in his own net. Absolute legend, you get me? How you doing, Joe?
You're out of order, mate.
Hi.
You are out of order. Listen,
Hi.
just don't put it this way. We'll beat you if you play like you did against Burnley. That's all I'll say. Because we won't be like sitting back like them. So be careful, my guy. Be careful. Well,
You won't be sitting back. You do realize that makes our life easier.
No, we'll sit back, but not to the extent they do, and then we'll break.
How many goals have you scored?
None from open play.
Thank you. Thank you. Big up. Big up. Big up. Anyway, this guy has seen his club concede 7 goals in the last 2 games. You get me? Absolute fraud. He's the only reason why Forest are relevant online. He should be paid by Nottingham Forest. If I'm Mr. Marinakis, I'm paying this guy. He gets me every month. How you doing, Wolfie?
How do you know he's not paying me?
I think he is.
By the way, you can't count. How many goals?
7. You conceded 4
Yes,
against
sir.
West Ham and 3 against Arsenal.
Interesting. Okay. I'm good, bro. How are you?
What do you mean you can't count? And then I say something that's factually correct, and you just sit back and say, "How are
Definitely.
you?"
One's in the chat, please. There's
I
7's in the chat.
I said something that's factually correct, and his response is, "Thank you." What do you mean, "Thank you, Habibi"? What do you mean, "How are you, Habibi"?
Let's have 7's in the chat, please.
How many did you concede against West Ham?
3.
Didn't you concede 4?
Maybe in your dreams.
3, yeah.
Wait. Didn't you lose to West Ham by 4?
You're actually going to check it? You're actually going to check it?
Yeah, I am gonna check it.
All right, cool.
Oh, you actually did lose 3-0. Wait, they
Ah.
ruled off the Bowen goal? Yes.
No.
I didn't know that there. Fair enough.
We use
Anyway,
a Bowen goal.
6 goals in 2 games. You get me? You conceded 6 goals in 2 games, not 7. Tomato. You get me? Anyway, he told me he thinks
120,
Arsenal can win the Champions League this season. You get me? After watching them slap Bilbao yesterday. How you doing, Ashraf?
Alhamdulillah, guys, I'm good. I don't know why Husam lies. He cannot count. Doesn't get his facts right. Doesn't watch the games. He said Bowen's goal was ruled off. Bowen missed the chance because I think the idiot Callum Wilson ended up taking a shot. So yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
clearly
thank God you're
Who
on this panel.
truthfully cares about Forest? Let's be honest.
yeah, and then he says that he's
I
lying
thought
and said
they
I said we
don't
can
care
win the
about
Champions
Forest.
League.
Be
We
honest.
didn't talk about. Sorry.
Do you deep down care about Forest? To be honest.
Of course he
No,
does.
I don't
We
care
gave
about
them their
Forest,
kit.
but
We gave them their kit.
I'm not gonna go back that.
I
far.
think
Be
the
careful
deep down
when you're
question
traveling
is,
to
Ashraf,
Big up
were you
everyone.
actually late or was he
Are
lying?
you going to Greece at any point in time? Be careful, Ashraf. Yeah, be careful. You might be in trouble if you go to Greece. Just
Ashraf, were
say.
you late or was he lying?
No, he was late, and he knows he was late as well.
Yeah, Habibi. Okay, wait. Yes, I was late, but you know why I was late? I'm
we
watching,
go.
I'm listening to
Because
their
you're from the football
argument
terrace.
in the football terrace about Arteta's a defensive coach. No, he's not a defensive coach. 60%. It was a nice
Yeah, Habibi, how many
conversation.
times did I tell you? Can you be honest?
I know.
You accused me of lying, be honest.
Husam every week says, when you join and everyone is here, I will leave. I personally didn't think he
Exactly.
would leave mid conversation.
Yeah, I left.
And
I told him,
secondly,
no, big up, Terry, I've got to go.
and secondly, last week he told me 5:10. So I assume this week is also 5:10 because he was in deep competition.
Key word told me, but I didn't say it this week.
That's
See?
fair. That is
Keyword.
true. That is true.
Halas,
Correct.
just
See,
for
I'm
once,
honest.
to be
I'm honest. I'll admit if I'm wrong.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Big up Husam and Joe. Big down for Ainge cosplay guy. Wow. Wow. Joe, I realize actually you get a lot of love on the channel. Like on my channel. My community loves you. I never realized this up until like recently. They really do like you, Joe.
Well, big up to them all, and hopefully, you know, they can reciprocate some of the sub numbers you've got, and you know, come over to mine. Also, they can appreciate that I put you on the map. Without me, Husam, who is the Don? You know what I mean? Before
Can you
before
stop
Husam
this?
met
Put me on
there
the
was
map.
no
You did
Don.
not put me on the map,
It was
mister.
just Husam, and now
You
he's
did
Don
not,
because of
first
me.
of all, that's a lie. That's a lie. This is football. I wasn't Husam. You get me? That was the name of
Yeah,
my channel
yeah.
back in the day. Second of all, you didn't put me on the map.
I put him
Okay,
on the
that's a
map.
lie.
God, he's
The
so
first big
ungrateful.
channel I went on was the Football Terrace. You get me? And
Who's
then
that?
Joe
So
found me.
ungrateful.
Where did you find me actually? Spaces,
Who-
no?
What's that? Terrace of football? Who's that?
Yeah, okay. Where did you find me? Tell me.
Where did I
Was it
find you?
Spaces?
Mm.
I scour YouTube for the next up and comer, and I saw you. I'm like Brighton when it comes to scouting network. Do you know what I mean? So you were my Moises Caicedo. Do you know what I mean? That's what you were.
I don't
And
know,
then-
man.
to
It
be
feels
fair,
more like a
Brighton
Danny
was
Welbeck,
different.
man, if I'm being honest.
Danny
Yo,
Welbeck.
is it true, Joe?
I think Joe met me first time on Spaces, no? That's where a lot of people met me first time.
No, I never, man.
Oh, more
I've never
lies,
been on
more
Spaces,
lies.
you know.
Matisse met me on Spaces for the first time. Troops as well. A lot of the guys met me on Spaces, like when the Spaces were. Ashraf as well. I met you on Spaces, right?
No.
The lies just keep flowing, man. They keep flowing.
Ashraf, you've never spoken on Football Wars ever?
Joe, you
I
didn't put
have,
any
but
on
I
the
didn't
map,
meet
ain't
you
no-
there. We
no,
met before
no,
that.
you. Well,
Where?
Can it
LFC
be on your
Chads.
show?
LFC Chads. He's just said that
You
the
were on my
community knows me,
Spaces
man.
before
Relax.
you were on my channel.
No.
When's the first
you-
time you came on my channel?
The first time I saw you was on the Football Terrace. From there, I found you on YouTube, and I joined one time at a halftime stream or something like that. I can't remember. Ah, I remember. It was the World Cup. The World Cup. It was when England drew
the
to
World Cup was such
USA.
good vibes on this channel.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah,
amazing.
and you were
wallah.
getting
We had
people
so
on at
much fun.
halftime.
That was
Twisted
the time I made my first TV appearance as well.
Twisted
in the World
Baba
Cup.
is like it's this grinder.
I know, I've seen it, man.
Now
Have some
it's good,
shame.
Twisted Baba. I won't
We
lie.
can't just like
One like
be
that.
like friends and that. Do you know what I mean? Without people taking it too
Without
too
people
far.
Wait, Joe,
insinuating
someone
shit.
said
Yeah,
he didn't
exactly.
put anyone on the map.
No
Thanks
worries,
for putting
Fonzie.
Husam on the map,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Fonzie, do you want to get timed out? Do you want to get unmodded? Apologize right now.
Fonzie,
Fonzie,
you're sending
I'll give
Fonzie
you
is
a
sending
mod on
super
my
chats.
channel.
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
your
about
shit,
it, bro. You can come over to my channel, man. I'll give you a mod.
You want to be mods on a Leeds channel, Fonzie? What does that do for you? That doesn't do nothing for you. This guy was hate watching us against Burnley as well, the little fraud. I saw his clip. Yes, and
No.
you know, no, wait. And you know what he said? He said Salah will miss the penalty before he took it. Don't lie. Say the truth.
Right. Do you know why I said that? Because he's not in my fantasy team and I'm sick of him having stinkers and then all of a sudden getting a G and A and he's not done anything all game. But I was actually happy you got the penalty because I can't stand Hannibal. So, feck Hannibal, you know?
Is he ex-Man
Why?
U?
Why
He's
do all
ex-Man
the
U, isn't
He is.
guys hate
He
him?
is. Yeah.
What
yeah.
did he do?
He's just a dick, man. He thinks he's the
Ah, is it
Donny.
because he's got Arab heritage? I hear
Don't
it. I
you
hear
start with that stuff, man. Honestly, don't you start with that stuff.
He
He's
has,
a dick.
man.
Have you not seen the compilation the Man United fans were putting out because he's? I remember when he got his debut for Man United, and they were all gassing him up because he fouled some people. That's how poor they were. Oh, look at him fouling people. That's their level right now. But Hannibal's gash, man. Genuinely, he's
Fair.
gash.
I would like to thank him for the penalty. Big up to Faisal
Yeah.
says مرحب يا زلمة تحب قلبي فيصل الله محييك رجعت على السعودية الحمد لله على السلامة حبيبي. Big up to Fonzie as well says I can be the only mod to win a trophy this season. What, you getting unmodded? Fair.
I can be the only mod to win a trophy.
Big up
Okay.
Nafisa. Thank you so much, Nafisa. Crazy profile picture, but we'll address that some other time. You get me? Big up to you, Nafisa. She just says, big up the panel, hit the likes. And on that note, big up to Terry as well for the raid. Big up to everyone who just joined us from the Football Terrace. Big up to everyone who's here. Like I said, the algorithms are messing us up. So please do hit the like button. We need you guys' help now more than ever.
what
Everyone
is
close the live
going
chat, hit the like button right now, and subscribe to the channel. I think YouTube is trying some new like ad thing or some new like
That hype shit.
algorithm
That
thing.
hype shit.
So-
Yeah, it fucks everything up.
Yeah, so it's messing people up. So that's why genuinely now more than ever we need you guys' likes. So every like helps push this show to another person. I want to start with Arsenal actually, because we haven't started with Arsenal a lot of times on the show. Because I feel like there's a big things happening this week. Bilbao yesterday, the result you got as well against Forest, and next Sunday you play City as well. So I just want you to generally tell me what you think about what happened in the Champions League and moving forward for Arsenal Football Club.
I think what's happening in the Champions League is evidence of what I was saying before. I think we have the best squad depth in the league, and it showed. The fact that Martinelli and Trossard used to be problems last season because they were consistent starters, and now they're impact subs, which is exactly what they are. Like Trossard was never ever a bad impact sub ever. Like I've always said, he's one of the best attacking subs in the whole league. Like in fact, as a left winger, I can't think of a better sub left winger in the whole league than Trossard. And Martinelli should have been that as well, because with the pace he has, like coming against tired legs and just running in behind, like that's exactly what we need, man. So yesterday was highlight and proof of our incredible squad depth. Forest, I think, was just quality, to be honest. I think we just had a superior team on the pitch. Sorry, Wolfie. And this Sunday, honestly, man, I've never ever been more confident of us getting. Actually, that's a lie. Last season, I was super confident we were going to slap City, and we did slap them because they was just so garbage. And I knew our players are going to have a lot of. They were going to be a lot quite angry and boiling from what happened the first game when Haaland obviously disrespected us. So we did end up slapping them, but I am still quite confident that we will end up winning comfortably. That too. I don't know. I just don't think their defense can handle.
Do you think Arsenal can win the Champions League? Honestly,
we can. I don't think we will, but I think we can for sure. 100%.
The reason why I say that is I think
we're fourth favorite.
The style that Arsenal play, I think, suits the Champions League a lot more than the Premier League. Is that a fair claim or no?
Yeah, 100%. Because the Champions League is all about being pragmatic every single game. That's literally what it is. Whereas Premier League, being pragmatic is not enough, especially when you're going up against Liverpool and Man City, or at least prime Man City. Being pragmatic is not enough. You have to blow teams out of the water, because that's how you get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins in a row. You need that to compete with those teams. If City and Liverpool were not there, our pragmatic style would be enough to win the league comfortably as well. But unfortunately, we are going up against strong teams.
There is. He mentioned that I didn't like this isn't the super chat section, but I was literally about to ask you. I know you're not Martinelli's biggest fan. He did have a great performance yesterday. What do you think he can turn it around now that he isn't the starting left winger and he doesn't have that much pressure on him?
I think this is the best thing that happened to him. The fact that we have a starting left winger now and he's been demoted to the bench, it's gonna lit up that fire. Man, a lot of our players have just got complacent. Got complacent with like, oh, I'm a starter no matter how shit I play, and that exactly is what was happening. They were stinking it up for 6-7 games in a row, starting next game. I think now that Eze is there, he's gonna probably try to fight for a spot a lot more. I will say this though, I still
left
think
wing or 9. What do you think?
No. 9 is never ever gonna happen. He has to
9 Martinelli on the counter attack now. On the counter.
But Arteta will never ever do it. By the way, Martinelli, for those who don't know, is actually a striker. He's not a left winger. When he first started under Emery, he was playing as a striker in the league.
Big
Cup.
up AMT.
Was like top scorer, I think, that season with 5 goals something in the League Cup. And then he was later shifted to wing, because you know how it is, right? The moment a striker has blinding pace, then you can play on the wing. It doesn't work that way. But it is what it is. Like I don't think he will ever be that kind of player who starts and gets a good run of games as a starter and kills it. I just don't think he has that. But as an impact sub, bro, he's very good to have. And he loves scoring in Spain.
Let me ask Joe and Wolfie this question as well. And then after that, we're going to open the floor. By the way, Andrew Winter Surfer is joining us in 10 minutes as well, because I feel like we do have to touch on Chelsea a little bit, given what's going on. So big up Andrew. I think it'd be a great addition as well. Joe and Wolfie, do you classify Arteta as a defensive coach?
Yes.
Well, they have regressed since that 22-23 season to a more defensive-minded team.
That's
So
fair. That's fair. I'd agree with that.
I would say yes, based on that.
Elaborate.
Well,
Because Mo thinks basically he's not a defensive coach, but he knows how to set up his team.
Bro, Mo supports an Italian team. Like, do we need to really talk about defense and attack as someone who fraudulently watches Serie A, bro? He's it's not just the way he sets up, his mentality is defensive. That's the key.
risk averse. That's probably
Yes.
the best
Oh,
word.
that's a very good word. You might
So you're
have to
basically saying
explain what
defensive
that
in a
means
nice
to
way,
the Arab.
essentially.
Yeah, in a way.
No, it's not a nice way. He is risk averse. He's not defensive. I agree with that, though. I think I called him a coward many times. I don't think he's brave enough to take enough risks. But
I think coward is even worse than defensive coach, though.
It is
Like,
worse. It probably is
Coward's
worse.
a
And
good word.
That is
that-
definitely
that is-
worse. Like, that's way worse, Ashraf.
But that is
No, it's more
accurate when you
accurate.
have,
Yeah.
when you have the best squad in the league, in my opinion. And even if you forget the best squad in the league, forget this season. Can we all agree in the last 2-3 seasons, especially last 2 seasons, Arsenal have had one of the best teams in the league, top 3 at least,
Yes.
in the Premier
Yeah.
League.
Best teams, yes.
He hasn't played the way a top 3 team should be playing.
Correct.
He hasn't. I'm not. Forget Liverpool. Forget the Big Six.
Because he's a
against the Big
defensive
Six. No, because he's a coward. Forget the Big Six games. Because Big Six games.
The
fair enough,
problem
it's
is
not result.
your word is worse than what I'm saying. Like
It
your
is, but it's
coward
true.
is
It's true.
worse than defensive coach.
But
just
at
so you
least
know.
but at least it's accurate, because to say he's a defensive coach, that means we don't keep possession, we don't control the game, we don't do all of that. The reason I'm saying he played like a coward in those seasons is because forget the Big Six games. When you play against Fulham and against Everton and against Villa and against Newcastle, even though Newcastle are good, I know, but we're obviously better. He doesn't play defensive those games, but he plays like a coward. Don't take risks. Everyone come back. Everyone sit here. No. Don't attack. Don't counterattack. Slow down the game. Yesterday, a couple of times we win the ball. We could have counterattacked quickly. Timber immediately slows down the ball. Eze has to slow down. Calafiori has to come back. That is not defensive. That is, as Joe said, risk averse. You're just too scared of losing the ball that you want to just keep possession. And it's proven by the possession stats. But he is a coward. Yeah.
But
You're
low-key,
right.
like Ashraf, I feel like you're
Not as
like
a man,
me
by the way. I don't know
saying-
him enough as a man to say he's a coward. He
me
probably is
saying
very-
defensive coach is way better than you calling him a coward. I
Yeah,
feel
Habibi,
like
it's not about
coward
what's
is
better. It's
the-
about what's accurate.
Coward is like the ultimate level of defensive coach. I know you watch La Liga. The Getafe coach, Bardolas. Like, that's someone people would
No,
consider.
that's not.
That's
no, that's
someone
not
people
cowardly,
consider
though.
like a coward, basically, because he's ultra
No,
defensive.
it's not, because it's not, because that's realistic. You know, as a Getafe manager, I cannot compete against Barca if I go toe to toe. So the right thing to do is be pragmatic and play defensive. That's not cowardly. That's accepting your team for who they are. Why I'm saying it's cowardly for us is because our team can win games without playing that way. We say,
True.
I don't
Imagine-
think you
listen to
have
this,
to
yeah?
play expansive football if you're a top 3 side, though. You don't have to do that.
I think we have to if we want to win the league against these two teams. If it's
No,
against
yeah,
Chelsea
but-
and all, I'd
yeah.
agree with you. And the reality is, Joe, this is the problem for me. We say we have the best defense, not as a unit, even individually, the best right back, 2 of the best 3 centre backs in the league. This season, Calafiori on form has been one of the best left backs, if not the best. This
Not
season,
one
I'm
of. He's the best left back in the league. On
He's
form.
probably been the best this season. Incredible. Last season, Skelly. We have Rice, who's one of the best DMs. We had Partey last season, who was one of the best DMs. This season, we replaced Partey. Zubimendi is one of the best DMs.
I
Okay,
get
so
what
you
you're
have all these incredible individuals who can win the ball back.
Like,
Why
let
do you
them
need your full
defend.
team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
why do you
need
need your full
protect-
team to
Agreed.
track back?
Yeah, you don't need
Exactly.
to protect them because they're elite at what they do. I get it. I get it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Mosquera, bloody hell, man. Like,
Oh my god.
I see
Well, I
someone
think-
say,
Bro.
you're
I
not
think
missing
the,
some
uh,
people, like, so.
I think coward isn't the right word. I think pussy is probably more accurate. He really is, man. He really is. It's true.
The problem
true.
is Ashraf is the Arsenal fan and he's using worse terms than the ones we're using. Like, I started
say
off
mine
by
is
going like,
But
Wolfie,
mine is
do you
accurate.
think
bro.
Arteta's a defensive coach? I said it in a respectful manner. And Ashraf is like, no, he's not a defensive coach. He's a coward. That's worse, bro. That's worse.
No,
That's
but it's
literally worse.
not, because defensive coach for me is not accurate. Otherwise, why do we have 60% possession? Why do we control games? Blah blah. I don't think he's defensive. He's just, for me, a coward. I know you're saying
He's
it's worse.
defensively minded, as in not defensive isn't right, negatively minded.
If
Like,
you,
yeah.
if
I
you,
do not want to
Yes.
lose, but I
Yes.
will win by not losing. Not
In a
I want to
scenario,
win, and if I
right?
lose, so what?
if you take the top 4, right? Let's just say City or Pep, Slot, Arteta, and Maresca, right? Let's say that's the top 4. If you were
Yes.
to say, right, this is the team, which coach are you picking to get a clean sheet? I think out of them
Arteta.
4,
it's Arteta.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pick
yeah, of course.
Arteta,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
If you want total domination, do you know what I mean? I'm going to say, oh, right, okay, Pep on his day. If you want exciting, expansive, I'm going to take Slot. Do you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, that he's the more defensive-minded out of the teams
Probably.
at the top end.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah,
You know
we've
what?
seen
Okay, now do the opposite. Who rank them in attacking from 1 to 4? Joe, you do it.
Pep.
Um,
Okay, go ahead. Though.
I would say Slot. For me, aesthetically, to watch.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Because
fair.
I
fair.
get bored watching City. So even when City were at their peak, it bores me.
I agree.
Okay.
So
Fair.
aesthetically, Slot, Pep, Maresca, Arteta, in terms of attacking, I think.
Okay, but
is
so
that
by
wild?
definition, then that's why you agree that he's a defensive coach.
Yeah, I do believe. Look, at the end of the day, you can't go from that 22-23, I think it was, when they were amazing
Yeah.
to watch, and everyone liked to watch Arsenal, myself included, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But now they've gone backwards. Like, let's say I don't know, what was the Liverpool Arsenal game 22-23? What was that? Does anyone know off the top of the head? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
we
the
won
one-
3-2 and drew 2-2.
There you go. So the one that I
Yeah.
just watched the other week, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Polar opposite.
It was so boring.
Polar opposite,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, I can't wait for this early season. This is going to be a get. It was boring,
Yeah.
man.
I am going to give you guys an argument
Probably
for
to
and
watch
against
them
it. So an
about
argument for Husam, Husam's point is maybe this is not tactics and what happens on the pitch, but what happens off the pitch. It's for me too much of a coincidence, unless this guy is talented in that regards. Almost every defensive signing we make, we don't miss. It's an absolute bang. The left backs, the center backs we get, the right backs we get, almost most of them hit. Most of them, if not all, to be honest. Name me one that's failed. Name me one.
What's the Japanese go called?
No,
Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu was good in his first 2
He
seasons.
was good, but he's
injury
just
prone.
injured a lot.
But when he was playing, he was really good, though. For
Yeah.
someone to
What
come
about
from
Zinchenko?
Bologna, who's Zinchenko, his first season was really good.
Yeah,
First season,
fair.
he was amazing, bro. We
Kivia?
went from bottling.
Who's
top
the guy?
four.
Who's the guy who
Kivia?
retired? Who's the guy who Lukaku retired him?
Was it Mustafi?
Who's the guy?
No, Mustafi was pre.
Who's the
Holding?
guy that Lukaku bodied? Oh, what's he called?
Nuno
Pablo
Tavares.
Mari.
No,
Pablo
it
Mari.
was the centre
Tavares?
back.
Yeah.
Pablo
It was the
Mari.
centre- Huh? Pablo Mari.
Pablo Mari.
Pablo Mari.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
fair,
he
but
was
I'm not
bad.
guys. 1 sec. I'm not counting Cedric Suarez and Pablo Mari and David
Why
Luiz 'cause-
not?
No, you just
I'll tell you
can't
why.
go
I'll tell you why.
down now,
I'll tell you why. Okay, that's a fair argument. That's a fair
Lukaku
argument.
ended him.
The reason I'm not counting them
Suarez?
is because he literally got all of them in that first January transfer window when he first took over, temporarily and all on free, I think at the time, or on loan or something, because he just needed stopgaps. I'm talking about when he started spending money, which is the season later. But so that's one argument of why he could be also defensive, because his defensive picks are really good. But I will push back Husam and say one thing.
Miss
Though.
on our defenders, except the 10
The
defenders.
problem is, Ashraf, I feel
No,
like
no,
you're
no,
just-
no, no. It's not the same. It's not the
Ashraf,
same.
I'll say this to you honestly. I
I
feel like you're pushing back only for the sake of it because deep down you agree with us.
Wallahi, I'm not. No, I don't. Because this is an argument I was going to give you to, and I want you to tell me what you think. You're saying he's a defensive coach because of what we saw last season, right? Which is completely fair.
Not just
Yeah,
that.
Completely fair.
and the
Not
season
just
before,
that.
to be fair. I agree with Joe.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
the tipping point. This is what I think happened. Arsenal playing sexy football. Kevin De Bruyne at the Emirates happens. You lose 4-1, and then after that, I feel like Arteta is like, we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to secure our defense. And from not last season only, the season before that as well, after the season that Joe's referring to, I think Arteta went defensive. So he's been doing it for
No.
two seasons and
Okay. Then you're 100% wrong. Then you're absolutely 1% 100% unequivocally wrong, because 23-24, we broke the record for most goals Arsenal ever scored, and we were the third highest goal scoring team in Europe, not just in England, in Europe. Only Bayern and Man City scored more than us in the top 5 leagues. That's BS. 23-24, we were
score goals while
we were
being a
scoring
defensive
like
team.
crazy. No, we were not playing defensive. We were scoring and attacking like crazy. When Liverpool came to the Emirates and we beat them 3-1, bro, we were pressing them and committing players forward and attacking like mad. Like, we played games where we were attacking like crazy in that 23-24 season. I know why Husam is saying this, because we started 23-24 slow, where he was slowly starting pragmatic. But then in December, he immediately switched everything and we started attacking like mad. And we broke the record for the most goals, and we were the third highest goal scoring team. That's why I'm telling you, if you look at the last 3 seasons, one season he was cowardly, which is the defensive season you're talking about. The other 2 seasons, bro, his numbers were incredible attacking wise. That's why I'm finding it. I want to see what he does this season. And that's why, if you guys remember when we were on this stream before the league started, what did I tell you guys? We have the first 6 games up until Newcastle. Up until the Newcastle game, I'll be able to get a picture of how does he want to approach games. So far, I'm 50-50, because Leeds, I know we slapped them 5-0. I don't think we approached that game well. I think we got a set-piece goal, and that opened up the floodgates. If we didn't get the set-piece goal, I don't know how long it would have taken for us to eventually break them down. Forest, okay, fair enough. We destroyed Forest. United and Liverpool, the other 2 big results. Okay, fine. It's a big 6 games, so maybe I shouldn't be harsh. Now we have City and Newcastle. Those will give us a good indication of, are we cowardly again, or is he actually going to attack?
Do you think there's a distinct difference with you at the and I know all teams do this, but at the Emirates comparative to away? Because at the Emirates you're blowing teams away, aren't you? You've scored 7, is it? No, 8, 9 in 2 games.
In the Emirates, 8 games, 8 goals
in
in
2 games. Yeah. And Gyokeres is scoring away from home, so at home. Sorry, so again, is that like you're more willing to be open at home? I guess more.
Big up,
All,
man, like Andrew. Big up, Winter Surfer.
Hello.
I don't know if all teams are like that. But...
Carry on this conversation. I'm gonna just go pray and come back, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, my question on this whole Arsenal thing is, what have we learned that we didn't already know? Because there's been a lot of gassing up in the last 24 hours. Squad depth this, squad depth the other. The problem child's now the solution child's off the bench. I think we already knew all of this. This is the bit I'm confused about. And while we already knew all of this, no one was saying Arsenal were going to win the Champions League or the league, to be honest. So what's changed in the last...
To be fair, before the season started, when we signed Eza, a lot of people had us as top 3 favorites for the Champions League. I think Opta did a thing where they showed Arsenal as the second favorites for the Champions League. I don't think it's just after the season, bro. I think when we made those signings that people started changing their mind. Bro, you cannot say we cannot win the Champions League. We got to the semi-finals last season. To say to go 1 step further, or 2 steps further, actually, it's not improbable, especially when the team has gotten stronger. And I'm pretty sure you acknowledge the team has gotten stronger.
Yeah, but you can make the argument other teams have got stronger. Liverpool have got stronger.
That's it. That literally stop. And you ended. Name the other team that got stronger. PSG only signed Ilya. PSG only signed Ilya from Bournemouth. Barca haven't signed anyone of value. They've signed Rashford, who
got stronger, bro.
I don't think Chelsea are a team that would be favorites for the Champions League ahead of us. No disrespect.
They're a good team.
I don't think they'd be ahead of us.
I think Chelsea are better suited for the Champions League. One, they've won it twice, so that helps. You haven't.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. No, it's irrelevant.
It's very relevant. It's very,
extremely irrelevant. You know how it's irrelevant? Because when Ajax play the Champions League, they don't win by heritage. They don't say we have got 4 Champions Leagues, so now we can dominate. It doesn't work that way.
We're not talking Ajax who last won it in the 90s.
We have 6 Champions Leagues. We're going to win it now.
No, we're talking about recent history.
So what about Bayern? How come Bayern have been flopping the last 3-4 years in the Champions League? They've got more Champions League heritage than any of our teams.
Yeah,
but when you're garbage, you're garbage.
So Chelsea
are really good.
You're writing Bayern off.
I'm not writing them off, but they're not my top 3 favorites at all for this Champions League season. Like there are 3-4 teams in my opinion that are better than them.
I think Bayern will do well. I just think
what is doing well?
Manager hasn't ever won a major, so you're gonna have to trust in him to get you over the line.
So Wolfie, you know how much I criticize him, but that's also irrelevant. Di Matteo didn't win a major before he won the Champions League.
Come on.
Tuchel barely won a major before he won the Champions League. Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, you can
cannot
always
just
find
say
exceptions to the rules, man. But most managers,
Guardiola
will
didn't
win.
win a major before he won his first. Like, there's many managers. You at some point you will win your first, right? Like at some point.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so this could be the one.
Okay.
I'm not
but
saying we are favorites, but I think we're third or fourth favorites.
on the logic of probability, you're more likely to trust that a manager who's done it before and a team who's done it before will have the know-how to do it before. Would you not?
Agreed, but that doesn't mean we cannot win it. Okay, let me flip this to you.
I didn't say you can't win it.
Okay, no, fair. That's why I was gonna flip a different question. If I asked you to name me your top 5 favorites for the Champions League this season, name them. In no particular order, it's fine. I won't make it that hard.
I'd put like Liverpool, Arsenal, Bayern.
Okay, so you don't need to continue. You just put us in your top 5.
I never
means
said
we
you
have a good
can't
chance.
win it. I never said you can't win it. I can see you getting to semi-finals again. That's where I see you falling at semi-finals.
So what are we arguing about? I agree with that. I think we have a good chance of winning it. Not a good chance, sorry. We have a chance of winning it. I don't think we will, but we have a decent chance of winning it.
You have
So when
a
I
chance
told
of
you,
winning it. Okay, let me put it this way. If you had Pep in charge, for example, who has won it, just whatever manager, I would be more confident that you would win it.
Of course.
Don't we think that the only threat to the English teams in the Champions League are the actual other English teams?
No. I think Barcelona
maybe
and
apart from Real Madrid, maybe Real Madrid. No,
Barcelona.
I think you can get Barcelona. Inter Milan did it. I think you can get.
Yeah, but that's more of an anomaly. I don't think you can do that every season.
Is it just me? Is this mic a bit quiet?
It is a bit low. Yeah, it's slightly low. Yeah, it is. Maybe Wolfie and I are just loud people, so.
I don't know, man. I just think like someone's putting a stat. Wolfie should.
Some people in the comments are saying Bayern are gonna fold us. I can't wait for them to come to the Emirates when they're coming to the Emirates because they are coming in a couple of months. I make sure you guys show up in the comments after that game. Anyways,
Bayern's attack will cook. Like Chelsea are gonna get slapped.
We're not getting
I don't know,
slapped.
but I don't think they'll slap
We're not
Chelsea.
getting
No.
slapped.
They might win.
And
but they'll
Elise
slap them,
is
bro.
so good, man. Elise is so red hot.
And they have Palmer.
Yeah, but
Palmer,
Cucurella's
one
locked
one
up
open
loads
GA,
of right
yeah.
wingers. We'll just add Elise to his pockets like he's done in other games. So.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
No, I respect their attack. I think midfield. I think the defense. Everyone goes on about our defense. I don't rate their defense. I think
Their defense is not great either. Yeah.
Yeah. So and the midfield, I'm unsure. Like Kimmich is, I think I don't think we'll get slapped. I'm not saying we won't lose. I just don't think we'll get slapped.
And I can see him putting a few parts. Where is it?
Slap Munich.
Allianz.
Okay, you are getting slapped. That's
Sorry,
for
boy.
bridge, maybe.
I don't think so.
Why?
I just think Chelsea are too good to be slapped by any team right now. I think they will lose. I just don't think they'll get slapped because they have very good attacking options and even a very good midfield that can reduce certain threats. I don't think that kind of midfield that they have with the fullbacks they have is a team that will allow any other team to slap them. They'll lose games for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they'll get slapped though.
When you got Sanchez in goal, never discount a potential slapping. Is what I would say.
Fair enough, but no, wait. Sanchez never leads to slappings. Sanchez leads to he leads to conceding a mistake, yes, but he'll never ever have
swing momentum.
Yeah, momentum's different from slapping.
Momentum, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean you can lose 2-1 and because of momentum.
I think they get comfortable 3-0, 3-1, maybe 4-1, something like that. Is it tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight.
I can't remember the last time we got beat by 3 or 4.
Doesn't mean it can't happen.
I know, but I don't think that's.
Oh, I remember Brighton last season.
Brighton. Brighton.
Yeah. Good memory.
Yeah, it was after the FA
memory.
Cup.
So it's like one. We're picking up one. That's
correct. It is
red. Picking up one.
And Man City. And Man City 3-1 when Haaland.
that was to Wolfie's point. That was Sanchez.
That was Sanchez Howler.
Yeah, he came out halfway and then decided to run back, and then Haaland just had to chip him like that. We were actually playing well in that game until Sanchez went. I understand. There's no way I want Sanchez walking out in the Allianz Arena unless it's to pick up trash after the game finishes. Stuff like that.
Who's your backup goalkeeper now?
They're just much of a muchness. Jorgensen, whatever his name is, he's rubbish as well. So there's not much hope when it comes to the goalkeepers.
I don't know. I think there's some interesting games tonight. I just feel there's a bit too much this season.
Why do I come back and hear Jorgensen? What happened? How did we get here?
We were discussing I don't know. We just discussed it.
Wolfie basically said, "Oh, Arsenal, I don't think you can do better, but you're in my top 5 to win the Champions League." Okay, thank you, Wolfie.
Okay, how's that like contradictory?
Because when I told you,
how many teams make it to this? Done.
When I told you we were in the semi-final last season, can we go one better? And you made it seem like no, the chances are very low. And by the way, even though I didn't ask you to rank us, you put a second. You said Liverpool, Arsenal, and then you were struggling.
No, you said in any order. You said it.
Okay, so where are we in the top 5? Where are we in the top 5 then?
Third or
Just out
fourth.
of curiosity.
Third or fourth.
Who's ahead of us? Liverpool and who else?
Liverpool, PSG. Who else did I say? Bayern, Real.
Let's be
Mine
real.
is ahead
Any
of
English
Arsenal.
team's got a chance. Any English team's got a
I
chance.
think there's too
No,
much being done in
Newcastle don't
English
have a
teams.
chance. Tottenham don't have a
Okay,
chance.
maybe not
Come on.
Newcastle, but they can go deep in the competition.
But neither
I
can
just
Tottenham.
think there's too much disrespect being put on the European teams right now. It feels like this
How?
season there's this whole thing of it's definitely going to be an English team that wins it. It probably can be.
No,
but
my favorite is
it's as if
Barcelona. I think
suddenly
they'll
the
win.
rest of Europe
Barca get
has
beat
stopped
on
playing
Thursday, by
football.
the way.
Huh?
Barca get beat at St James's on Thursday.
No.
Bruh, Livramento, whoever's playing left back, has just caught life because Yamal might not play.
I
Because
could
if Yamal
definitely
was
see
playing,
them.
Yeah, but
Trust
they've
me, it's
got.
history, man. It's history the last time they were in. Don't be surprised if it's 3-0, man.
Wait, hold on. So you don't think your boy can cook at St James's, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
Don't say what, sorry?
You're saying your boy Rafinha can't cook at St James's?
Well, maybe he can, but so can Nick Voltemada. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Newcastle will win.
I think Barcelona are winning that game, even without.
Barcelona
Yamal.
winning that.
Ashraf, you're Barca fan, you man.
I wish I was a Barca. People keep saying that. I wish I was a Barca fan, but I'm not. Unfortunately, I do like them. I'm not gonna lie.
Newcastle will
like
stay in
watching
that.
them play.
Newcastle will be close in their games because of the midfield. The midfield will keep them close in many games this season.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Newcastle don't need to worry about this Barca game. They've got an easy run.
They've got
in
7
Champions
other
League.
games. They've got 7
Yeah,
other
and they're
games.
easy. They got some easy games in there. So I think they should just let this one go. Have a go at it. But if you're losing 2-0, 20 minutes to go. Save your players for the Premier League because they have an easy run. They can still qualify without it. But
You know who's got an
Yeah.
easy run? Freaking Tottenham, bro. Tottenham got an easy run.
yeah,
Seen their
and they were stinky yesterday.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
stinky, man. They got away with murder.
It was an own
yesterday.
goal, I heard. I didn't watch the game, but I heard it was
Yeah,
an
it
own
was.
goal.
That's the worst own goal I've ever seen. It makes Sanchez look good. It makes Anana look good. It was. I don't know how it went in. It was
That bad.
horrific. It was. Guys, you've seen it, yeah? Am I exaggerating?
So he
was-
misjudges. He
I
comes
haven't
out.
seen
He misjudges it. He comes out for it, and it goes in off his thigh. That's what happens. So he goes.
But he's
Oh
down on the
my God.
ground.
He's down
How
on-
it
that's
goes
what I mean.
from his hands.
That's what I mean. So the ball's cut across low, and the goalkeeper comes out like they normally do to try and catch it, but somehow he misjudged it, and it hits off his thigh, and then rolls and then rolls in. It's no like
It's a great cross,
I-
though.
it was rubbish cross.
Come on, stop it. Really?
come
How could
on,
they keep
Joe,
on making
man.
mistakes
It was
like
a
that?
standard
It's
issue.
ridiculous.
It's a great
And
cross.
not a
Richarlison's
great-
about to put it in.
It's not a
He's
great
caught
cross.
Richarlison
Richarlison would have missed, man.
The
Richarlison's a
goalkeeper
dumpster.
should have easily claimed that. It's not a great cross. The goal, any
Great
normal
cross,
goalkeeper.
man. It's a great cross.
Why do you
Is
say
it
it's a
a
great
horrible
cross?
Okay, let me. This is
Was
this
it a
is.
former
Let
Leeds
me
player
just
that
grab.
crossed it or something?
Let me just
Yeah,
grab a
missed
couple of
it.
these
No,
supers,
no.
and I'll move on to talk about
Oro,
Liverpool.
wasn't it? I can't remember.
Big up to my guy Ash, who says Arsenal's problem is Arteta.
Facts.
He's what you get if you ordered Pep from Timo. He
Facts.
prioritizes not losing over winning. Maresca
Facts.
will win the Champions League before Arteta.
You know
So
what? That's
let
the
me-
best super
Let me-
chat you've
hang
had on this
Let
show.
me just address
since
this.
the
Let me
beginning
just
of the
address this. Arteta is not a Timu Pep. He's a variant of Jose Mourinho. That's what he is, okay? He's not a Pep disciple, he's a Mourinho disciple, okay? Everyone needs to stop linking to Pep because he worked for Pep for 3 years. He's a Mourinho disciple. It shows.
I'd
in the way
argue
he
he's
plays
neither,
football.
Andrew.
Well, no. Mourinho. Mourinho.
They were both winners. They were both winners.
Mourinho would do defensive when he needed to do defensive. He didn't always play defensive, which is like against him. But Mourinho, Arteta comes from more of that school than the Pep school, especially the last couple of years. Like not in 22, 23.
Wolfie's
Right?
such an
When you-
asshole, man. Said Mourinho wins things.
Does anyone give Arsenal a sniff of winning the league this year on this panel? Then no.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
We're the
You
second
said-
favourites.
Yeah,
Like,
though.
Of course.
No, I know, but I mean, like, you can be second favourites and still everyone's saying, "Nah, you're not winning it." You know what I mean?
They're
ah.
defensively sound. They're defensively sound. So if he lets them off a handbrake at
The right
a
times.
bit, then he doesn't need to, like away at Anfield. You don't need to play. I know it's at Anfield, but you don't need to play like it's essentially like 8 defenders away. Do you know what I mean? You can show a little bit of ambition. Do you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that.
Arteta
defense-
wants to attack with the death by 1,000 passes method. Klopp Slot wants to do it by flooding the opponent's box. Yes, if boring, it doesn't make it defensive.
I agree with that.
I don't-
That's what I was saying, Marco, as well.
Oh, sorry, I said Klopp slot. Sorry, I thought it said Pep. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
That's not what
No,
you were
no, he
saying,
went
Ashraf.
Klopp.
You called him a coward.
Yeah, exactly. I said a coward because he doesn't take risks, but he's not defensive. I know coward sounds worse, and it probably is worse.
It
But
is
defensive
worse.
is not
It
the
doesn't
right-
sound worse. It is
Yeah,
worse.
but defensive is not the correct characteristic because again, you cannot say we're defensive if we average 60% possession plus. You cannot say that. You cannot say we're defensive if outside the big 6 we always have more shots on target, more big chances created, more XG than every other opponent we face. That cannot be defensive. Is it cowardly? I think it is. Yes, because I think we have the capability to have the best scoring season in the Premier League for any other team. Currently, I know we're top scorers. I get that, but that's only because of these two top above me here who gave us that 8-goal thing. But my point is, are we going to be able to do it throughout the season? I hope so. I don't know if we will, though. Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
There's your answer, Marco. For as much as Arsenal haven't won trophies, you can't deny that they are serious contenders this season. I think Arsenal can win the Champions League. It's not impossible. Bro, the way that Arteta plays, it works in the Champions League. It works.
Yeah.
Premier League, okay, fair enough. If you say over a 38-game season, it might not work because Newcastle away, he didn't take risks and he ended up drawing the game and he ends up losing in the end. No problem. But Champions League, it can work.
You say
Why
it can
can't
work.
Arsenal do
What
what they
do you
did
mean?
to Bilbao yesterday another 10 times in the Champions League? What's stopping it?
When you say it can work, would you give me an example of a regular team who wins the Champions League that plays like defensive?
Oh, there's many teams that were defensive that won the Champions League. Tuchel, Chelsea, Mourinho's Inter, Di Matteo's Chelsea, by the way, was defensive. There's plenty of examples.
Mourinho's
let's
Porto.
break-
Mourinho's Porto.
By the way, you might not like this, by the way, but you can ask people who genuinely watched it at the time. I'm talking about like actually looked at it. Madrid's teams were actually a
22.
lot more counter-attack than they were possession.
Yeah, Madrid 21-22 was not a best attacking team.
Yeah,
They were
but
playing
that's
on the
not-
counter most of
That's
the time.
not the style of Arteta, is it?
What do you mean?
Arteta's not a
That is a-
counter-attacking team.
No, but in the Champions League, but in the Champions League, Wolfie, we do score a lot though.
The
Last
2
season
goals
we
that they scored
spanked-
against Bilbao were both counter-attack, Wolfie.
We're both counter, but even outside that, last season we spanked PSV 7. We spanked Sporting at their ground 5-1. We slapped Madrid 3-0. We do score
Okay,
in
so
the Champions
we're
League.
having a very contradictory argument here from Husam's logic, where he's calling him a defensive manager, unless
I've
he's
never agreed
Also
with
your
that.
logic.
No, I called him a pussy.
That's worse than that's worse than defensive
I've
coach.
never heard
guys.
Jamie
Okay, but
Carragher
it
say
doesn't
that.
it doesn't necessitate defensive. I think he's more the Pep style
Pussy
of
doesn't necessitate defensive. Are you listening to what you're saying? والله عيب عليك يا أخي. Don't insult our intelligence. يا
What?
أخي. Man said pussy doesn't necessitate. Pussy is not offensive. Stop it.
no, he is. He is because it's what that super chat said is right. He will happily pass the ball, possession, sideways. Let me try and be like my hero Pep. That doesn't mean it has to be defensive. It's pointless. Sometimes the play is pointless. There isn't the aggression in there. That's the
Yeah, that
thing.
I agree with.
Yeah, so
I
my
agree with
point
that.
is, I don't know what team you're likening that style to that has won the Champions League. For you to sit there
But
and say
he
this
gave you
team
examples.
regularly.
Chelsea 2021. He just gave you an example.
So you give me one
Chelsea
example.
2021.
Chelsea 2021.
But that's
So
a
going
recent
back-
example. It's not like it's 10 years ago. It's 4 years ago.
So one,
So it's not like
but
it's
it's not. Yeah, no, but you're missing the point,
Wasn't
aren't
the
you? When
top
you're
scorer
saying
that
he has
season
the
for
style to win the
Jorginho as
Champions
well?
League, when you're saying he has the style to win the Champions League, that
Yes,
I would assume by
I think
hold on,
this
I would
style
assume
works.
by saying that the majority of the managers who have won the Champions League or the teams that have won it are playing in that style, which they're not.
Yeah, but a lot of them do play pragmatic, though, Wolfie. Like Atletico Madrid, okay, I know they didn't win it, but they got to a Champions League final in 2014 and 2016 playing that style. To be
And they
honest, they
didn't
actually
win
play
it.
even more defensive than they lost on penalties in the second one. So
They
if
still
that's
lost,
what
bro.
Arsenal get
You can
to,
flower it up how you want.
they didn't lose because of the style, though. The style got them to a final, and they lost on penalties. So you could be playing like prime Barcelona and lose on penalties, and it doesn't mean shit. They didn't lose because
You're
of the
missing
style.
my point. You're missing my point. When I think it was Husam is saying that they have the style or the technique to win the Champions League. I don't
Yeah.
see the examples of those teams. I would expect those teams to
Okay,
be in the majority.
I'll ask you again. I'll ask you the same question I asked you earlier.
Us in 2012 is more like it.
We reached
Yeah,
the Champions
but-
League semi-final.
Yeah.
No, but we don't play that defensive either as 2012 Chelsea. We played. We reached the Champions League semi-final last season, right?
It is.
If we play that same style with these better players and the better squad, you don't think we have a chance to make it to a final?
Who are you playing?
I don't know. Big teams, all the big teams, minus I don't know all the big teams.
Depends who you're playing, bro. If, okay,
Last
if you
season
got
we
Liv-
played the favorites, Real Madrid, and we slapped them. What do you mean? Who are we playing?
you played PSG in the semis and you got slapped. Like
We didn't get
what you
slapped. Stop
Bro,
lying.
you're
bro. We didn't
just
get
you're
slapped.
making up hypotheticals because I can
3-1
say
over
to you,
2 legs
okay,
is not
all
slapped.
right, let me say this to you. If Arsenal draw, let's say Liverpool in the quarterfinals, for example, I don't know when
okay.
the country
Okay.
thing kicks in. Yeah, would
Yeah,
you
yeah,
say?
from the quarter, not from the round 16. Correct.
So would you say you could go out in the quarters? Very, very
We could.
possibly. So that would
But
be.
I also
technically-
think we could go through, though. That's the thing. That's the difference. If I play against Liverpool in the quarters, I think I have a chance.
Mm.
They might be favorites, but I think we have a chance. I think it'll be more
No,
like
if you got
60-40.
Liverpool in the quarters, I think you would go out over 2 legs. I personally think
Okay,
you'd go out.
but it's not like it's a clear Liverpool 100% going through. I'm saying it's more like a 60-40. That means we have a chance. That means our style can win us the Champions League.
No.
I agree with you on the manager and everything else.
Okay,
If you said
know,
Liverpool,
let's just
Sorry,
agree
go
to
ahead.
disagree because I do want to move on, talk about Liverpool as well. Can also say a nervous wreck is what AMT is saying. Bears. Godmunson. That's your mod. That's your mod right there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Fonzie, what are you doing, man?
Is he still
Not
going to be a
getting
mod
mod
or are
status
you going to
anymore.
stab him in the back immediately? Fraud. Fraud. Not defensive, but highline and pragmatic in the final third, I think. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. I do feel like in the last 48 minutes, we've all said defensive in different ways. So you get me? Like everyone's low-key agreed either to an extent or to a different version of it. You get what I'm saying? So-
He's heavily cautious. That's what it is. He's
Yeah.
heavily cautious.
Just look at the signings. Just look
He
at
is
the signings.
risk-averse. Same shit. Tomato.
Please,
Yeah.
just look at the signings. How many attacking signings has he made comparative to defensive signings? It's
They
crazy.
signed
isn't
a
it?
centre back even this summer. Hinch
this
Capital.
summer, you mean,
They've
or
signed two.
generally?
Signed
Yeah, but
two.
Joe, in general,
right?
in general,
Generally, yeah.
no, in
Yeah,
general,
no,
he spent most of his
even
money
the
on
midfielders,
defenders.
bro.
Yeah.
Even the
Yeah.
midfielders.
Goalies.
Moreno DM,
Mm.
Rice DM, Zubimendi
Zubimendi.
DM. You get me? Just saying.
Moreno is not a
Yeah,
DM. Moreno is a centre mid, but
Mm.
okay, fair.
In Cappy,
Okay.
Agenda's
Mascara.
just agenda.
Mascara.
Anyway, big
Yeah.
up to all of you guys
Pepper.
locked in. We're gonna move on, talk about 6-time Champions League winning club, Liverpool Football Club. You get me, my club. Big up to all of you guys. You got 900 people locked in, which is the equivalent of like 3K a week ago. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button and subscribe, please. Every like counts. We're at 250 likes. Thank you. Let's get to 300 likes. I want all of you to close the live chat, hit the like button because it helps the channel out, specifically in this period because YouTube are messing up. Anyway, guys, rumors that Mr. Isak is starting tonight against Atletico Madrid. I am so excited. I am beyond excited. Everyone knows my opinions on Liverpool, so I'd like you guys to speak your opinions on LFC first, and and then we'll take it from there.
So I've just heard it from a Newcastle mate that the section of Newcastle have just started practicing voodoo, and they've got Isak dolls ready to. They're already pinpricking the knees and stuff like that. But
Indiana Jones says.
yeah. That's it. So he won't play a full game, I don't think, right? Maybe like 60 minutes or something like that. I don't see him playing a full match. He didn't really play into national break, and of course he's not played at all this preseason. So he's literally not played since May or something like that.
And wait today, Isak puts long lay on his ass and just does this at Anfield.
Yeah, he does that.
That alone is worth it, bro. Like it's just.
I think it's a good time to play this version of Atletico Madrid because they're not putting up trees in the Liga whatsoever. I think they got only their first win at the weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see that. I don't think you'll be pressure. I know it's a Simeone team, so we should expect usually in the past for them to high pressing and cautious football because we shouldn't say defensive football because that's been said so many times in the last 50 minutes. So but I think you'll eventually roll out comfortable winners tonight. Isak maybe get a goal or something like that. But I think it's more like to get him in tune with the others, see how Wirtz does with him, see how Salah does with him and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays. And would he play with Ekitike tonight or would he be in place of Ekitike?
The rumor is Isak will start and Ekitike will come off the bench. Could be the opposite. I don't know.
But it's a big couple of games because like you got the Merseyside derby at the weekend as well. And we know those are very tepid affairs, no rash challenges at all.
It doesn't start.
At Anfield, though, thank God it's not away from home.
Yeah, away it would be totally.
Away from home, it's a different argument. But at Anfield, I'm always confident against Everton.
Yeah. So he should be fine tonight. Whether he gets a goal or not, it doesn't matter. But people will start the 007 thing as soon as he hits the ground running. So, it'll be fine for him tonight. Good reception, number 9. He rolls out, all the fanfare, all that bit. He'll do one trick and the whole Liverpool section online will blow up like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. So it's what every fan does. It's what every fan does for their own club. Do you know what I mean? So it's all good. Enjoy it. And let's see what he does. Because Ekitike started very well this season. So, but at least you got options now.
I think for the foreseeable, I think we'll see Ekitike start in the league until the international break, and then it'll be a case of now Isak can start getting minutes in the Prem. I think, even if he performs well tonight, I don't think he starts him in the derby. It's a lot to come into Premier League, different pace. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I want you to tell me, Dom, because I don't know what to do with Ekitike in my fantasy team. I'm like, do I take him
You
out
and your
now,
fantasy team,
or
bro.
do I wait? I've still
You're
got
not
Wirtz,
going
man.
to win fantasy. Put the fries in the bag. You're just not going to win it. Can I be honest with you? You finished
I don't want
third.
it.
had the
I know
taste
I'm
of
not.
it. You had
I
the
know I'm
taste.
You
not gonna
finished
win.
third 1 week because you did the bench thing. You get me.
Of
Congratulations. But
course.
you're not going to
Where are
win
you?
fantasy.
Where are you?
I don't play fantasy.
Oh, there you go then. That's okay.
I don't play fantasy. It's too much of a headache. I need to be
No,
too
it
much
is.
emotionally invested, like, oh my God, who's injured at Bournemouth? I don't care. Like, I get me, like, I'm just saying, like,
You don't need to know who's injured.
That
They
is
tell
the one
you.
annoying thing. That is the one
I
annoying
used to
thing where you
fantasy
have
and
to
then,
back
like,
a
1
player
week
you
later,
hate.
just lose interest. Like, I just lost interest. But in
But
terms of
Liverpool have
today,
played
will
for.
tell us a lot. I do think that he might start in the Premier League. It's not an impossibility that he does. I think there is a possibility that he does start in the Premier League. But I just think it depends on today. What
Can
if
we talk about Salah yet?
But you have got League Cup next week.
this is
so it's
not
more-
North Korea? You can talk about any topic you want.
No,
Yeah,
because
Just don't, try to be edgy and go like, can we talk about Salah? How about you talk about him? Say what you want to say. Say it to
okay, so I will, yeah. So obviously after the
He's garbage this season. Say it.
Charity Shield, but obviously
just say it.
Listen, the Charity Shield happens every year with Salah, right? It's not that deep, but it's now been 4 games where I know he's still getting G&A. He gets the penalty at the weekend, for example, but he's been stinking.
Goddamn penalty merchant.
I know.
Penalty merchant, yeah.
Your best player is called Palmer, man.
I know. That's not just the irony. That's the laugh.
Do we think
Has
he's
he
coming to
been
the
good
end, Husam?
since? Has he been good since he signed his contract? I'm trying to think of a decent performance.
No, not a single good performance. No.
Wow.
Even the end of the
Uh,
season
Tell
was
us,
bad.
tell us,
But
he's
then,
been
but
shit
then
on
they
it.
said, "Oh, he's drunk." Astaghfirullah, he doesn't drink. But they said, "Oh, he's partying. He doesn't care." so I
I'm
don't know.
just saying,
Like
man,
people were saying Liverpool were drunk towards the end of the
that's
season.
fair to
Salah
an
doesn't
extent,
drink, so
though.
what was happening with him?
I think that's fair to an extent, though. When we knew we were Premier League champions, why should anyone in the team try that hard? Like,
Wait,
objectively-
stop.
Uh-oh.
What happened to he's gonna break Henry's 20 assist record, or he's gonna break the scoring record? No, he was chasing that. No, so why didn't he get it?
By the way, he could have broken the record. You saw it against your own club. He even said it in the post game interview where he was like, when he put Diaz through on goal, he's like, "What more can I do? What more can I?" Me and you both
Maybe
know
he himself
he
has come out
could
and
have
said,
genuinely
"Don't insult the
broken the
Premier League
record
champions.
had the forwards been more clinical. He could have broken the record. Let's
But
be
he
honest.
didn't.
Don't insult the
But
Premier
he
League
didn't.
champions." Salah, I quote the great Salah: "Do not insult the Premier League champions. You can praise the new signings without insulting them." Right? Your
I
own legend
disagree
said
with
that,
Salah.
so-
I don't agree with him all the time. We can say it. By the way, Salah is right and that page are right. Both were right. Like, that's my logic, because there's nothing wrong with us saying Isak on Nunes is an upgrade, and there's nothing wrong with Salah defending his teammate. It's both is okay, to be honest with you. It's just like you said, Joker is an upgrade on Havertz. Nothing wrong with that. It's reality. If Andrew signed if Andrew signed Mike Maignan, he'd say he's an upgrade on Sanchez. Sanchez is the World Cup winner. Come on, man.
Although I don't know black goalkeepers, I'm not a big fan. But anyways, that's fine. I can say that it's fine. Guys, I'm black. It's fine. I can say it.
Go,
Dida,
turn your camera
Samba.
off.
Dida was not that great, bro. I think people really overhyped Dida. Do you guys remember he wasn't that great of a keeper? By the way.
Man, he was
He
good. He was good. in
He
that.
wasn't even the starting keeper in 2002.
No, but it was Ashraf. Do you remember I
Lee
don't know if you
Boyer,
remember.
man. I remember
it's
Lee
like-
Boyer
it's like the
scoring
over-
against Dida in the
like the
Champions League. Lee
overhyping-
Boyer.
It's like the overhyping of Valdez.
You know, Joe, I realized this. You're a passion merchant. really.
Valdez was so overhyped,
mean?
bro. He was never that great
Yeah.
of a keeper either.
You're a big
Yeah, I
passion.
know I am. Yeah, I'm a passion merchant, 100%.
He's,
Does that help you
he's not a passion man. He's a happy clapper.
Wow.
I'm not.
Do you know that I actually invented that term?
what?
Not even exaggerating. I was the first one to ever say it on football YouTube, because I was
What?
mocking
Say
my
what?
own fans.
Happy.
I was mocking my own fans in the chat, like the Liverpool
You know,
fans.
this is where
What
this
is
is
the
where
phrase?
you
Wait,
need
what's
to
the
be
phrase?
happy
What's the
clap.
phrase?
Happy
You need
clapper.
to be happy
Happy
claps.
clapper.
Okay, so
Really?
happy clappers have been in football for
Since
decades.
forever.
Yeah, like
I
really.
invented it.
You
This is
invented-
why I
maybe
put
you
Husam on,
invented it in
because I
Jordan.
watched Sam and he said happy clapper, and I went, I've got to give this guy a platform, man. That's what that was.
That must have been it, innit, Joe? You were
It
like, I
was,
need
man.
to pattern this word that
I was
he's
like, oh my god, he's
invented.
just made up
Yeah.
a term.
How's
Get it,
Why
man.
do I bother
Were you
working with
sitting there,
these
Joe,
two
thinking,
everywhere?
wait,
Why?
just think of the logic.
Why
It's
are you
just-
both on the
wow,
top row? You
boom.
both lost. Why are you in the top row? Why are you in the top row? You both lost. Yeah, hold that. This
You
guy
know, you
beat
said many
Bilbao.
crazy
This guy blew to
things.
Brentford. You lost to Arsenal, and you lost Gudmundsson. Hold that. You get me? So hold that, both of you, and be quiet at the basement. You frauds. Talking about I gave him the platform.
Yeah,
You're a
Aaron is
fraud,
saying
bro.
he's
You're a
44, but
fraud.
Happy Clapper's been around for
Sam
decades.
looking like
apparently.
Josie Fritz.
Honestly, like you've had some bad takes, Husam, but that one may just be the pinnacle of the arrogance as well.
Not
He's-
arrogant.
He's like, I came up with the term.
I came
So-
up
so
with
anyway,
it. If you
I thought he
finish
was
that
referring to
sentence-
Passion Merchant. I thought you were referring to Passion Merchant. That's what you came up with. I was like, really?
No, Joe is
Okay.
actually a passion merchant. He admits it.
There's no.
He has
What's
never
wrong with
denied
that?
that, ever.
Yeah, passion merchants are fine, man.
I saw his passion go away at the end of that game, but we're not gonna The problem is, you all know, with Joe, like I sometimes just look out for Leeds' results just to go see his reaction. He's like, he's put that in the back of his own net, man. I was just so
I was watching it live. It's quite funny.
how's he done that? he was losing it fully, bro. I love it.
And he always does the no.
No. Now then, people, welcome to Just Joe Football Show. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Big up to all of you guys. So anyway, Liverpool Football Club. Back to the
No,
topic.
serious question though. Serious question. Do you remember we were having a conversation in Feb, and Salah was the favorite for the Ballon d'Or, one of the favorites. Like,
Yes.
why? What happened with this drop off? Like, why has it been that? But is it just age? and that's it, which makes sense. To be fair, it's not.
To be
There's nothing
honest
wrong.
with you, look, I think a lot of it is exaggerated. At the start of the season, he hasn't been playing well. Now, I will say probably 4 games in his best. Bitch, I'll kill you. It was his best performance.
What was that?
Mosquito. Relax. I think his best performance was against Bournemouth, the opening.
Yeah,
game of the
Habibi, I
season.
think you're misunderstanding because your common people, Liverpool fans, also are super riled up. I'm saying
What?
from Feb, he was the favorite for the Ballon d'Or. And
Yes,
then
but
he
the
just
reason
kept
why,
dropping off.
look, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Messi and Ronaldo is the problem why Salah is not the favorite for the Ballon d'Or still. And I'll tell you why. Before Messi and Ronaldo, winning the Champions League was not one of the main things of being a Ballon d'Or winner. Prime examples, Michael Owen. Prime example, Shevchenko. Prime example, Nedved. Prime example, like Rivaldo was in the Europa League the year that he won the Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo won a Ballon d'Or after only playing 10 league games, but in the World Cup, he went and scored 8 goals and Brazil won the World Cup. So,
Nedved's
winning
team,
the
by the way, reached the
Champions
Champions League final and he
winning,
was the best
winning
player
the,
in
wait,
that
wait,
tournament.
wait. Let me give you an honest answer. Winning the Champions League became something that separated Ronaldo and Messi. Like that's a lot of the times you would have probably heard this yourself, Ashraf. A lot of the times people went like, yeah, but Ronaldo won the Champions League. Yeah, but Messi won the Champions League. Yeah, blah blah blah. That, like they used it as a separation.
But it's not
between
true.
both.
Rodri won it
And now
last
it's
year.
become-
Rodri won it last year.
Let me talk, please. And now it's become
Okay.
a thing. Now it's become a thing. That's why you will hear
Okay.
people going like Dembele should win the Ballon d'Or. Now, if we were speaking about this in January, no one would say Dembele should win the Ballon d'Or. No one would say we make
No,
that
no,
claim.
wait. That's not true. Because most people are saying Yamal should win it. I don't think he'll win it. I think the Dembele wins
Oh,
it.
no,
You're
no,
right.
Dembele will win.
But a lot of people are talking about Yamal should be winning it. He has not won a Champions League.
I know. But he's
Wait.
most
The whole debacle last season happened when Madrid said we're not attending the Ballon d'Or was because they
Yeah,
had
because
two
of the
Ballon d'Or
Champions League
winners,
thing.
3
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or winners. Sorry,
Yeah.
Champions League winners, and one of them even won the Euros.
But then Spain won
and-
the Euros. We've got to keep that in mind.
But Rodri didn't win shit with the with City. Sorry, he won the league.
League.
But I mean,
yeah.
he didn't do anything in the Champions League. He got
Yeah,
out in the
I know.
quarterfinals.
But the problem is the Euros usurps a lot of things, just like the World Cup does. You know, international competitions,
Probably.
you know,
I can hear that.
There's
That
the
I can
reason
hear.
why
I can
Mane
hear.
finished above Salah in the Ballon d'Or rankings because Senegal won AFCON. If we're being honest, Mane's level that season didn't touch Salah level.
It's because they gave Messi the one in 23 because he finally won the World Cup. That's why.
Yeah,
Rodri
exactly.
did it.
So that's
Rodri.
He also
Oh,
had
we
a very
got
good
knocked
season
out.
with PSG, to be
we
honest.
got
playing
knocked
wise.
out by the Champions League favorite. That's what makes this whole thing worse. If Liverpool were on the other side of the draw and Liverpool got to the semis and were knocked out by Barcelona,
Yeah. I hear
it would
you.
be
I hear
different.
you.
You
I
get
hear
what
you.
I'm saying? So that's why for
Yeah,
me,
I hear you.
look, I think I trust that Salah will turn his form around. And the thing that I want to say is I don't need Mo to play at 29 goals, 18 assists level. 80%, 70% Mo, objectively, I'm not even trying to take the piss, is probably still the best winger in the league. Like 75%, 80%. If he gets to that level where come end of the season, he's on 21 goals and 18 assists, مثلا, and 16 assists and 15 assists, whatever, he would still probably be on paper the best winger in the league. Now, here's the thing. There's a reason why this summer we bought Isak and we bought Ekitike and we bought Wirtz, because if there is one player in the whole league that deserves to get carried for once, it's him. If there is one guy who deserves to have a run of 7-8 bad games and get carried to a league title, it's him. Because to be honest with you, I'm gonna be completely objective about this. I'm gonna be like so fucking honest. The reason why Isak, Ekitike, and these players are Liverpool players, yes, it's Michael Edwards' job and it's Richard Hughes and it's negotiations, fantastic. But this was all built on Salah's shoulders because he almost single-handedly carried us to the league title last season.
Van
that's
Dijk
just
as
the
well.
reality.
Van Dijk as well.
That's the reality. So we built this whole thing on his shoulders. That's just the truth. So that's why for me, look, yes, he's been bad this season, but I do think some of it is exaggerated. I'll give an example. 4 games this season. I think he was dreadful against Newcastle, and I think he was dreadful against Arsenal. Okay? No problem. I admit it. Against Bournemouth, I don't think he was dreadful. He was just okay.
He wasn't
was
good, though.
He was okay. That's what I'm saying. There's no need black and white every time. There's gray area.
Yeah.
I think he was okay. Against Burnley, same. The player that I think was really bad against Burnley was actually Wirtz. Because the reason why we paid 100 million is to unlock low blocks, Florian. So do your job. Now, here's my perspective as a Liverpool fan. And this me being completely objective. Salah has played like shit. Konate has played like shit in like 3 of the first 5 games. Frimpong, who actually has surprised me, been probably our best signing so far performance-wise, has only played like a game and 5 minutes, basically, because he's been injured. Kirkes hasn't hit the ground running. Wirtz isn't doing what's expected of him. Even Ekitike didn't play that well against Burnley. Isak still hasn't made his Liverpool debut, and we're 12 points from 12. So what happens when, like, I'm not even going to be like a passion merchant like Joe. What happens if just 50% of these things work out? What if Salah plays 70%?
Goes the other way.
Wirtz plays well and Kirkes plays well. Just
What
like
happens if it
3
goes the
teams
other way?
have 100 times better. That's the thing. We're dreadful and we're 12 points from 12. Imagine.
Husam, while I agree with you, and I've actually made that argument with Arsenal fans that this is a sign of champions when you're going through a bad patch and you're getting results. But just to play devil's advocate, what if Wolf is saying is true?
What is
It happened to Man City last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Man
what if
City is
this
a completely different
form of
scenario.
yours catches
Man
up
City
to you and you start dropping points?
scenario because Man City didn't make signings in the summer that helped them, and they lost their best player for a whole season.
Who did you predict at the start of the first game last season to win the league?
Arsenal.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
had
let's
Arsenal.
stop the conversation now.
Yeah,
Then,
he
man.
had Arsenal.
Did I lie, Ashraf? Tell Wolfie.
He did. He had
Yeah,
Arsenal.
bro, that's even
Yeah,
worse. That's even worse, bro. But
No, but you say even worse, but that shows that I didn't have City winning the
okay,
league. 'Cause I
but
didn't.
would you agree
made
the majority
signing-
of people predicted Man City to win the league?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, and they were winning, but they were playing crap and whatever. And it's like they're gonna click, and then they went 1-14. Now Liverpool aren't gonna do that, but there is the chance because the Liverpool fans are pushing this narrative.
I don't think there's
Yeah,
even
we
a
played-
chance of that, Wolfie.
Huh?
I don't think there's a chance of that because of the quality that we signed
I
this
just
summer.
said that. I just said
Yeah,
that.
1-14,
Now-
zero chance, of course.
Yeah,
Zero.
impossible that happens to
Well,
us.
I didn't. I just literally said you won't do that. I'm just saying, use the extreme example to there. What I'm saying here is the Liverpool narrative right now is, yeah, we're playing crap, but we've won every game. That if you're going to ignore the issues with why you're playing crap and just think you're going to get another 90th minute penalty, another 89th minute goal consistently, you're not. It doesn't work like that in football. So you have to address the issues you've got. The issue is 003
Which
has
I have
turned into
done.
004.
I also
Yeah, when I
think
say
it's,
you, I'm talking about your actual team, not you. You addressing the issues and solving, the meaning of life isn't going to change what Slot's going to do on the pitch. So those issues on the pitch need to be sorted out. Kirkes looks like an absolute bum right now at left back. You're probably better off with Robertson back there at the moment. Honestly, I'm not even trolling, and I just think you have to address this quickly before this. Oh, we played crap and won 12 points. Turns into, oh, we've played crap and we've just drawn the next 2 games.
And here's evidence, Wolfie. Here's evidence. Husam, quick question for you. Is your feet kicked up and you're still relaxed about the Premier League?
About the Premier League, yeah, I am relaxed.
Really? You're not worried about
Arsenal? I really don't think.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to continue forever, Habibi.
No, but you're not worried about competition because you mentioned in the summer, I'm scared of what City could do. I'm scared of what Arsenal could do if they get Rodrigo. And then when we were linked with Sesko, you said, oh, I'm so relaxed. My feet is kicked up. Is that still the case? Or are you actually concerned? Oh, no, we are.
And also, let's spin the narrative. If Arsenal had won their first 4 games, thinking it out, 12 from 12, would the Liverpool fan base be sitting there saying, yeah, they've won ugly, this is signs of champions and all that? Or would they be saying, this is not sustainable? So the energy has
hypocritical.
I know, but we can look at it like objectively because obviously I'm not connected to the clubs. I just think, look, everything's still very early days. We're getting very close on 004 to having to have a very serious conversation on him. I'm just going to put that one. I defended him last week on El Ahwa. I was like, it's still too early. Yeah, but to do it against Burnley, exactly what you said, Husam, that's what he's brought in for.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I'm sorry, even if he just landed off the plane that morning against Burnley, you would expect him to be able to do what he's there to do. So that conversation is very close to him.
Is it?
Bro, he's not influencing. He's not influencing.
He's
That's
like,
the thing.
Yeah, maybe like.
In the words of Mo, he's one of the guys, basically.
He's a little bit slower and obviously needs to get to the pace of the game.
He's not a standout. He's not a standout in a good way. That's what he's not. He's been too heavily cautious. That's what he's been on the pitch.
Conservative. Yeah,
I
agree with
do
that.
believe though that playing with Isak will probably help him though, because here's the thing: there was a lot of moments in the Burnley game, and if you watch the game, you would notice this. Ekitike and Verts were
drops.
really running into each
Drops,
other a
yeah.
lot of the time, because it's
Yeah.
like Ekitike is dropping deep, and Verts is already in that position. That's the problem. You get what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I do feel like if he had a striker, look at the first goal City scored against Man United, the Doku pass to Haaland. There was a still image. I wish I could actually get the still image again, but one of the Coppish boys, big up Matt, he showed it on the screen. If Ekitike was just on the shoulder of the defender, and made a run in behind, I'm sure Verts could have played the pass that Doku played, because it was very similar positioning as well on the pitch. The problem is basically that Ekitike was just dropping deep a lot. And I do think, here's the thing, Slot needs to solve this too. Because now referring to Mo last season averaged the most shots per game. This season, he's averaging 1 shot per game. Now, even if you're Erling Haaland, you should be getting more than 1 shot a game. Like 1 shot a game is that's why, like, one of the things, he's not been in a position to basically do things like this. So that's why for me,
That's because
I think tactically we have to fix it too. Not everything is just Vert perform better, Salah perform better, and that's it. I think Slot needs to stay on the training pitch, employ triangles, shapes, way for us to do things. And one of the things that I will say is, from a tactical perspective, I don't like us underlapping at all. Like, I don't like the Soboslai right back thing at all. It worked against Arsenal because it's a tough opposition and it's a completely different ball game. But against the Burnley, blah, 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 I don't think it works. I think we need overlapping players. And that's why when Bradley came on and Frimpong came on, immediately Salah looked 100 times better. Because he looked to the right and there's someone to pass to directly. So I think that helped him. So I think this is something that we'll see going forward, moving forward.
Yes, Vader. We remember Vader. Football Wars when Husam never even gave Caicedo like 1 month to settle in. I was there.
Yeah,
I was there when he was shitting on him the first month. I was
You're
shitting
both
on him
fired.
too, to be
I was
fair.
off Twitter. Why you
I was
back
shitting on him too, to be fair.
I quit Twitter at the time. So
I think you quit Twitter. You quit Twitter after that. But anyways,
quit Twitter because of it. There's one thing that's not being discussed about this Liverpool thing.
No, not because of it.
I think
I
well,
still got booked on Ahwa and everything, so it doesn't change anything. So.
anyway,
I work
back
with
on-
Hamza every week. You think
But-
Twitter
but-
was the problem?
Wolfie,
Back
before
on
you
point.
just speak on that, I'll just finish the Verts thing real quick. I disagree with Husam about Isak. We'll just fix it because I think some of the things Verts. You guys know how much I rate him. I said he's the best 10 in the league in my opinion when
Why
he's
do
in
you change
form.
my words? Why? Yeah, I'll not interrupt you, but don't change my words. Why? When did I say Isak will fix it? I said I'm interested to see how he works with Isak. I think.
Fair.
he'll
No.
do better. I think-
Okay, then
I'm sorry
my
for
bad.
thinking.
My bad.
I'm
You know I'm a fan of I'm a fan of Don Husam. So I watch you in other streams you go. You went in another stream and you mentioned when Isak plays, you think it'll work. You said that verbatim. Don't make me pull up the clip.
Keyword, think.
Okay, khalas. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm discussing. I'm arguing
Oh.
that opinion. As much as I rate Verts, and I would have loved for Verts to come to Arsenal, the reason why I don't think that's a good enough excuse is because, yes, sometimes the system doesn't support you. I 100% agree with that. I think there are cases where Odegaard was playing bad last season where the system was not allowing him to flourish. But I think if you are such a talented midfielder, and as Andrew was saying, you're not influencing the game enough, if you see the system is not working for you, like as you mentioned, Ekitike coming back, going into his place, I think you need to try something different. Like drop to the center backs, collect the ball, try to build from the back, try to make those runs inside. Okay, Ekitike, you're dropping in. I'm going to go run in. I'm going to be at the end of the goal because you don't want to do it. That's what I expect a 116 million player to do. If you are that good, and he is that good, trust me, I've watched Verts a million times over the last 2 seasons. You need to go with the mindset of, fair enough, the system is not working for me. I will fix it here. I will go here. Ekitike, you're dropping. Fair enough. I'm going to go inside. Pass me the ball. Let me score. I don't think he's done that enough. But he will
I think-
eventually.
Just the point I want to add on Liverpool that's being ignored. I actually think you're one Van Dijk injury away from having a defensive crisis. I think Van Dijk holds that defense together, and I don't like your backups. If I'm being honest with you, I don't like your backups. And I could see that collapse if he were to get injured. That's a major, major concern. I'd say the same about Arsenal, by the way. You're a gyokeres away from having no attack because you're going to end up with Havertz or a Moreno. So there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered throughout the season. What happens when one of these players does get injured? And the other thing as well, I don't think you're going to have an easy game tonight. In fact, I'm not even confident you win it. And the moment you have a game where you don't win or you start drawing, that's when the revisionism will start to happen in the Liverpool fan base. We saw the signs. Yes, we got 12 points, but we weren't playing well and all this. You'll see the revision. It happens in every fan base. This isn't just a Liverpool thing. So I think it's very, very important couple of weeks for Liverpool going into this before the next international break.
I agree with you, but it won't be revisionism by me, for example, because my latest match reaction literally titles horrible performance, disgusting performance.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I've
not
been
saying
calling this out.
you, bro, but you know the narrative is, and you can't disagree. The narrative in the Liverpool fan base is, so what? We played crap. We got 12 points. As soon as let's just say you lose to who have you got the weekend? Everton. Let's just say by some miracle you lose to Everton at the weekend. Those ones that were saying we played crap and got 12 points will be the first ones standing up saying, I told you we were playing crap, and this is the result of us playing crap. This is how football works. It's so tribalistic.
It doesn't need to be a defeat, just a draw.
A draw. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. A draw.
Because if it, like Husam said, if it was the other way around, the draw would probably be fine because they haven't won there in like 7 years or something like that. But like Husam said, the record at home to Everton is quite just like
if it was that Goodison, you would be completely correct. It's just
don't underestimate Everton this year. I've watched a lot of them this year. They are playing very, very well, and they will be up for this game. They will feel like they have a chance.
They should.
They will feel like they have a chance.
100% they'll be up for the game.
And we know our 12:30 kickoffs are like just unpredictable. Sometimes, you know.
Fair.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
Before we move on to about Chelsea, the reason why Andrew's here because I want to ask him about Bayern later. Big up to Ash Thomas. Just tone it down, bro. Arsenal made the semi-finals last year. That's the highlight of your European story for the past 10 years. PSG, City, and Chelsea all lost finals before winning it.
That doesn't mean that's the rule. You clearly don't know. You have no understanding.
Arsenal lost the final.
Yeah, we've lost the final in 2006. This has nothing to do with it. It's different teams. PSG lost the final in 2020. The team that won the Champions League was a completely different team.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but he's right in what he's saying. He's right in what he's saying.
He's not right in what he's saying.
It's very rare a team just comes out of nowhere and just wins it. Does anyone expect
Chelsea did in 2021? They came out of nowhere.
Okay,
nobody expected them to win it.
Very rare. I didn't say it never happens. I said it's very rare it happens. Most of the
the funny thing is, you know why that's BS? Because most of the teams that win the Champions League before the season starts, nobody even has them in the top 2 or top 3. Most of the times, not every time. For example, last season, nobody had PSG in the top 3. The season before that, when Madrid. Okay, fair enough. Madrid is an anomaly. Man City as well. Madrid 2022. People had them as dark horses in the start of the season in that 21-22 season.
Well, you're generalizing. People had this. People had
21. Chelsea was not favorite. 2020. Bayern was not favorite. 2019. Liverpool were not favorites before they started.
But these are all teams. These are all teams that have won it or win it regularly, bro.
That has nothing to do with it, Wolfie. When Liverpool won it in 2019, their heritage played zero part in them winning the Champions League. Zero. They won it because they had amazing players. They had a world-class manager. They went through a good run. They came back really well against Barcelona. That's it. They played amazing. It has nothing to do with their heritage. By that logic, they will never ever beat Madrid. Because Madrid is always going to have more heritage.
Well, you can pick out 1 or 2 examples here, but then we can talk about Real's run.
Man City beat
Champions
Madrid.
League.
Man City slapped Madrid 4-0 when they won the treble. By your logic, the great heritage of Madrid, which beat them the season before, by the way, should have come into play and beat them that season. But they didn't. That's not how it works.
Where did Man City finish the year before that?
Knocked out Real Madrid.
The year before Man City won it, where did they get to the year before?
They got to the semis.
Right?
They got to the semis.
Semis.
And the year,
correct.
and the year before that, and the year before that, they're always in and around the mix of it.
The year before that, quarterfinals.
Chelsea in the final.
We beat them in the final.
Yeah, Chelsea beat them in the final. It's
again,
more likely than not.
What about PSG? What about PSG? Fine. What about PSG? PSG are the current champions. What did they do before this?
Weren't they in the final in the last 2 years?
No, they were in the semi-final, just like us. And they lost to Dortmund, by the way. They were hot favorites and lost to Dortmund.
Yeah, they did lose to there. You're right.
So now what? Your point. I've given you 6-7 examples.
But they've been to the final recently, yeah?
2020.
In 2020, the team is
Okay,
different. The manager is
5
different.
years. It doesn't
The
matter.
sporting
bro.
director is different.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Only
matter.
Khalefi stayed. Only Khalefi at the
Certain
top stayed.
teams,
That's it.
certain teams have certain affiliations, man. And I'm just telling you that if there was a final between Real Madrid, you know, if last year, if when you played Real Madrid, if that was the final, do you still think you would have won that game?
Yes, because they were bad. They were really last season. You can ask any Madrid fan. Was one of their worst ever seasons. They lost to Barcelona 4 times. That's not happening. God knows when. That was they were getting killed. They lost at home to AC Milan. Not a
So
good
you
AC Milan.
think
A
you
garbage
think
AC
Arsenal?
Milan. They
who
lost
haven't-
to Lille. They lost to Lille 1-0.
Wait, hold on.
last season.
Wait, I've seen Real Madrid just scrape through group qualifying and then go on and win it, bro.
Don't
They've
give me the
lost
Sheriff
20.
example. Everyone gives the Sheriff
Yeah,
example.
there you
It was
go.
a one-off. It was a one-off,
It
and that's
doesn't
it.
matter. It doesn't matter. There are
Wolfie,
examples of it.
so your
telling
rebuttal to me-
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that a team in Arsenal who haven't been in the final since 06, you're telling me if that game last season, same team, same squad, same manager, was the final, Arsenal would have played the way they did in a one-game final decides
Yes, we
it
would have,
against
because the
biggest
team we're
heritage
playing
team in that
against-
competition. You
Yes,
don't think
because-
Real Madrid would have found a way to get over
By
the
the way,
line?
For starters, if Madrid would make it to the final, which they probably wouldn't, that means they were going to be better than what they were last season, which didn't happen. They were garbage, which is why
the
they
same
got knocked out
philosophy
by us.
for you, because if
But
you got
let's
to the
assume-
final, you would have been
let's
better than
assume-
you were.
No, we didn't, because we played against good teams to get to. We played against Madrid to get to the final. But let's assume your logic. Let's say they played against garbage teams, made it to the final, Real Madrid that is, and we played them. We would have knocked them out. We would have won that final because they were bad last season. You cannot be saying heritage. But that logic, Real Madrid would win every Champions League every single season. I just gave you 6, 7, 8 examples
I'm
of
talking
teams
about the
that
final,
despite
bro.
heritage.
I'm talking about the fight.
It doesn't work that way.
I guarantee you, if that was the final last year, Real Madrid beat you.
That is
Guarantee.
BS. Because okay, by that logic, heritage should have come into play when Inter Milan played PSG last season. 3 times Champions League winners, former treble winners.
No.
They were on course for a treble themselves. Amazing manage. In fact, they reached a finals 2 seasons before that. So they also had recent experience of reaching a final. Why did they get slapped up 5-0 by a team that's never ever done it before?
Where was
Stop it,
PSG
Wolfie.
in recent
Stop it,
times?
Wolfie. Oh.
PSG were the you're talking about the team that everyone agreed on was the best team that won it in terms of their performances and everything
In
else.
hindsight,
Hold on.
Not in hindsight. Not
Okay.
before that. In hindsight,
Okay,
they were the
it
best.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's hindsight
does
or not.
matter.
It happens.
It does
It
matter
happens.
because if
You
Inter Milan
can't-
won the
you
Champions
can't
League, we
tell
would say they
me-
were the best.
You can't tell me that you are putting Arsenal's team at the level that PSG were last year. Okay, so you wouldn't go into that final.
What are you on
being-
about? Did you watch the games? Did they dominate us? Did they destroy us? Did Donnarumma not win man of the match or was one of the best players in the first game? Did you actually watch the 2 legs? Honestly.
I did watch the 2 legs.
So did you just see the score 3-1 and you're like, Arsenal must have had a bad game? Is that what happened?
No, I watched the game.
We killed them that first game and Donnarumma saved 2 incredible chances.
Bro,
and the
you
second
don't-
game,
you
the
don't
first
need
20 minutes, we were all over them. What are you on
You
about?
don't get a trophy, bro, for killing a team.
I understand that, but I'm saying that means if we could do that and we improve our squad and we get even better with the players we have, we can go 2 steps further. That's not improbable. You're making it seem like
But
it's
that
a
wasn't-
rarity.
that
It's
wasn't
not a
what the
rarity.
argument-
I
but that
just
wasn't what the
destroyed your
argument was.
heritage. I just destroyed your
That
heritage
wasn't what
argument
the argument
because I've
was
given you
about.
example of teams that had 0 heritage and beat teams with big heritage. It
You
doesn't matter
know
for shit.
very well. You know,
You know what,
very well.
Wolfie, you've got 2 stars, so you better wipe up that Europa League because you've got heritage, bro.
No, bro.
Heritage
We have.
plays a role when you have a good team, is what Gregor is saying.
I
You've got
disagree.
Joe,
2
Again,
2 stars. That Europa
Joe,
League
Maybe like
easy for you.
5%.
Not just that, Joe,
Not
but we
even
have
5%,
the
zero.
highest win percentage in that competition as well.
There you go. So you're gonna walk.
Barcelona 2014, all the heritage they have, played against a team with 0 heritage and got knocked out by Atletico Madrid, and then played them again 2 seasons later. This is the treble winning Barcelona with MSN against 0 heritage Atletico Madrid and got knocked out again. Why, if
So you're
Heritage
going
didn't
back
play
to
a part,
2016. You're going
if
back to
Heritage
2016. So you're doing the Heritage
didn't play
thing
a
as
part
well.
the first time, why didn't Heritage come clutch the second time at least? Why did they get knocked out by the same team in 3 seasons? You see how your argument is garbage.
No, it's not
Heritage, if
garbage.
you did,
Because
you know what?
for
I'll prove it to
every
you
one
right
of
now.
those for you, I can chuck a
Guys,
Real Madrid
I'm gonna
straight
prove
back
it
at
to you right
you.
now. I'm gonna prove it to you
I
right now.
can chuck
Everyone,
a Real
guys,
Madrid straight back at
quick
you.
question. Andrew, Joe, and Husam. If we take Liverpool's players right now and their manager, we take all of them and we put them in Tottenham. And we take all the Tottenham players and the manager and we put them at Liverpool. Right? So the same players, the same manager, just wearing different jersey. Who has a
Bro,
better
that
chance of
is
winning the
the
Champions
most
League this season?
wild
Tottenham
straw
or
man
Liverpool?
I've ever heard in my
I didn't ask
life.
you. I didn't ask you. One second. I didn't ask
Wildest thing I've ever
Husam,
heard in my
Joe,
life.
and
bro.
Andrew, if we do that in a crazy hypothetical world, who has a better chance of winning the Champions League? Tottenham
No,
with the Liverpool players or Liverpool with the Tottenham players?
Ashraf, you know what? The problem is you've chosen Tottenham, so I cut.
That's the problem. You chose Tottenham.
Okay, change
You
it.
chose
Heritage
the
wins.
worst one.
Heritage
Fine,
wins.
you can. My bad.
Heritage, oh, now he wants to change it. Listen, I need to go. I need to go.
I said, Wolfie, just before you go, there's 2 people addressing you. Wolfie going on about Heritage is meant to win. Ashraf says, what about Inter and their Heritage? It doesn't matter. Wolfie, you can't make this up. Is what Fonzie's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, he brought up a couple of examples. I think Heritage only plays a minor role. 5% is what I would say.
Plays a role.
That's it. Why would we be worried about Arsenal? We are champions. That's why we can say champions win. Ugly Wolfie. Have a sensible opinion. 4 games in, lad. Behave.
Wait, who does he support?
Liverpool.
Liverpool,
Obviously.
wasn't it?
He
That
said we're
wasn't even-
champions.
But Burnley
Said we are
wasn't even.
champions.
Burnley wasn't
What?
even winning ugly. That was just some idiot stuck his arm out like that. That wasn't winning ugly.
Yeah, be mad at
Exactly.
Hannah. Don't be mad at us.
Yeah.
No, I know that's what I'm
Big up
saying.
to
It's not like-
and Fonzie. Big up to Wolfie as well because he has to go now. Appreciate you, Wolfie. Big up to you.
Yeah, well,
Ashraf, do
Big
you
up,
have
Wolfie.
Mo in your fantasy football?
I haven't taken him even once this season, honestly.
What, Judge Mo or Mo?
yeah.
I gotta shoot, boys. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
In a bit Wolfie, man.
Bye.
See. Going to watch Pool versus City one day after my birthday is what Andrew's saying. Hey, happy birthday in advance to you.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
When is that?
My
game?
birthday is May 20th, so unless it's the Champions League final, there are no games close to it. You get me? So, big up to you, Andrew, man, and happy birthday in advance. Big up to Nafisa again. Nafisa, genuinely, thank you so much. You since you're returning, you've supported the channel so much. I appreciate you. Ashraf,
If you want to be on
absolute-
mod on my channel, Nafisa, just come over, bro. See, man,
Are you just gonna? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Leave my
Well,
mods alone, man.
The mods aren't exclusive, right? They can mod on whatever channel they want. You know?
Transfer,
Like,
man. Bosman ruling.
He cooked in the Heritage argument. All I'm simply saying is Heritage plays a minor role. I'll never agree to what Wolf is saying. I'm simply saying if you have a very good team, Heritage plays some form of role. For me, what Liverpool did in 05, Heritage has a small role in it. 5%. That's it. Nothing.
I think Heritage also plays a part in an isolated fixture. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like you
or
going away.
intimidating opponents, maybe. You know.
Yeah, like
Could be a thing.
you always beat a certain opponent. They can never actually beat you. Like you away, Everton can't beat them for 7 years. We can't beat Brentford away when beating them once. Do you know what I mean? It's like I know it's a small amount of heritage, but you know what I mean. The heritage of the fixture also counts. So Arsenal and Real Madrid don't really have like a rivalry in Europe, like Liverpool and Chelsea have a rivalry in Europe, not just in England and stuff. We have a rivalry with Barcelona in Europe. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that. Heritage plays part in certain fixtures as well.
I agree. Big up to you, Nafisa. Big up to all of you guys. Like I said, make sure guys are liking and subscribing, please. Final topic of the day. I don't want to keep the guys for too long. Guys, we're at 330 likes. Let's get to 400 likes, please. Every single one of you, please smash the like button, subscribe. I don't want to keep the guys for too long. I know it's been a long show, but there's a reason why Andrew is here. So we'll just do like 10 more minutes max. Andrew, Chelsea, go away to the Allianz. You get me? Talk to the people, Habibi. And actually, you play the fixture you hate the most, which is who? United away.
Oh yeah. So I'm quite intrigued today because I respect, like I said earlier when you were off to break, I respect Bayern's attack. I respect their attack. They've got a very, very good attack. No one can deny that. I question marks over their midfield, and I think their defence is bang average. You know what I mean? Like, people going about our defence, no problem, but I don't think Bayern's defence is something that we can go, oh no, how are we going to get at them? Do you know what I mean? Plus, they're a German team that plays a high line. We've got pacey players that can exploit that. It's now time for these players who have been given maybe a reputation they haven't earned yet because they haven't played in certain competitions to actually show how good they are. The likes of Caicedo, the likes of Palmer, etc., to actually step up in a competition away. No matter what you think about this Bayern Munich team, it's still away at Bayern. Do you know what I mean? Like, we talk about heritage, it's still away at the Allianz. Do you know what I mean? It's still away there. And I got to tell you right now, I think if you offer me a point right now, I'd actually probably take it just to start off the Champions League, because I'm just unsure. Like, they're going to get chances, but I think we shouldn't go there and like play the way we played in the first half against Brentford. We should actually play the way we played against PSG against them, like line up against them. That's the way we should actually play them. Like, have like.
It wouldn't shock me if this game ends like 4-4. Both teams have the same weakness, defense.
The only problem is I hate to have a great performance tonight and then shit the bed at the weekend against Man United. That'd be my biggest
Ashraf is our Bundesliga expert. Before you go, Ashraf, because I know you got to go. What do you think of this game tonight?
Yeah, but before I give my opinion,
I'm not ranking Company very highly.
No, I don't rate him either. But I unfortunately this season, since stupid BN Sports decided to not show the Bundesliga anymore, unfortunately I'm not watching it as much. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. I think he does certain things well, but I'm not a big fan of how he sets up certain games. I think last season Inter Milan, they should have gone through, but he made a lot of mistakes. They were 1-1 and he went on a gung-ho attack and kept their defense open. I think he makes these kind of mistakes. I said earlier I think Bayern will win, but Wolfie was saying, I think Chelsea will get slapped. I was like, I just don't see that happening. I think Chelsea's team is too good to be slapped by anyone. I'm not going to lie. Like, no team, I think, in the world can slap Chelsea. When you have players like Caicedo, Enzo in the form that he's in, Palmer, who sometimes is just a freaking cheat code with what he can do in the final third. And look, while their defenders are not great, especially the centre backs, that is, but I do think they play well defensively in some games. Like, they do sometimes make it hard for you to try and break them down. Sanchez is a hit and miss. Sometimes he has amazing games, and sometimes he obviously gives away opportunities. I think if he tries to just stop playing with his feet as much, and I know it's managerial instruction, so maybe it's not fully on him. But I do think they are a very, very good team. I don't agree with most people who are saying they have a chance of winning the Champions League. Some people referenced saying, they have a better chance of winning the Champions League than the league. I don't know if I fully agree with that, because I think I don't think they'll win either. I think they're still a year maybe or two max away from being serious challenges for both. But I just feel like the Champions League, if they play against a Barca or a Bayern or a Liverpool or even PSG. I know they slapped them in the Club World Cup final, but I think if they play PSG again over two legs, I feel like PSG will probably have a better chance. But they are a very, very good team. They are progressing. Chelsea fans need to make sure that they're not applying any unnecessary pressure. Like, I know sometimes we sit on Mo's channel and I make a joke and I say, you spend so much, you better be challenging. But the reality is, as long as you're progressing well and getting closer to becoming that kind of team, you are heading the right path. If this season they finish fourth and get like a Carabao Cup, and they do okay in the Champions League, like a quarterfinal or something, I think that's a very good season, as long as they end up going and having a very good summer. But on today's game, I don't think they win, though.
I think, no, that's why I'm saying I'm fine with finishing outside the top 8 in this and doing the playoffs thing, just getting through. Do you know what I mean? I'm not because we saw it, PSG got the playoffs and won the whole goddamn thing. Do you know what I mean? So finishing top or in the top 8 is not necessarily a barometer of if you're going to do well in the Champions League.
Wait, who do you play? You play Bayern away, and then who else? Barca at home.
We've got Barca at home. We've got Napoli away, but that's the last day, so they're evenly split out. We've got Karabag.
That's easy.
Who beat Benfica last night 2-0 down.
3-1, I think.
We got Ajax, we got Atalanta, we got Benfica, and this.
I think you should win half those games for sure.
Well,
Barca and Bayern.
I went when it first came up. I went 5. I could see us winning 5 already. The question marks I had were Napoli away, Bayern away,
Barca
and
and
Barca at
Bayern.
home. That's what.
And
I
because
think
Barca is at your ground, I think you can beat Barca as well. I'm not gonna lie.
but I still have like slight doubt.
Yeah.
Just Barca, right, and stuff like that. This one, like I said, but this one, I'd gladly take a point right now. I think a point would be a good result.
I think you're being fair and objective. I think that's fair.
I can't.
Is
see us,
Nicholas
like,
Jackson starting?
he'll be on the bench. I think. Harry Kane's going to start.
Oh shit! Yeah, Harry Kane. What am I talking about?
Mr. Passion Merchant, wake up! Harry Kane is the striker at Bayern.
Sorry.
Guys, I gotta go.
Big up, Ashraf.
Big
Big
up,
up. Thank
guys.
you for joining me. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Big up to you. Fuck Heritage. Can you wait for stop milking City versus Real? I'm done with that fixture. Aboud, you're back as well. All the OGs are back. Where you guys have left me all summer, ya hayawanat. Now you're
Summer
back.
break.
Let's go. I want to see you all in the Liverpool watch along, inshallah. And UEFA will never stop milking that fixture. Go back to the summer. As soon as Trent moved to Real Madrid, Andrew worked with me on that live, and I said Liverpool versus Madrid will happen at Anfield. Did I not call that?
And then what happens? Jackson goes to Bayern Munich last day of the window, and then somehow we get Bayern Munich as the first game away.
If you believe that press on a button just gives random
Yeah,
fixtures,
yeah.
you're crazy. You are absolutely crazy. As soon as the guy hits the button on the UEFA draw, they already have all the things, all the fixtures lined up. Liverpool versus Madrid at Anfield was going to be the most obvious fixture of all time. Most obvious fixture. And by the way, let me tell you something. If Newcastle get to the quarters, don't be shocked if Liverpool versus Newcastle is a thing in the quarters too. You get me? UEFA are milking the crap out of this thing with the
Carabao, FA Cup, that's definitely going to happen with Liverpool.
Oh, by the way, complete coincidence. KDB returns to City on Thursday. Complete coincidence.
Exactly.
Complete coincidence.
Now football is undefeated when it comes to fate, because now we've got Napoli away. That's a former Chelsea manager. Now Jose is going to rock up with Benfica as well, another former Chelsea manager. It's just like they just yeah, you're right. It just anything. Just watch it. Watch the transfers in the summer between any big European clubs.
Exactly.
I guarantee there's like a 75 to 80% chance that those teams will face each other at some point in the competition. It's just a chance. This happens all the time.
Isak starts, is what Alex LFC is saying. I know. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing. You get me. It's just unbelievable.
Come on.
Are you concerned about him at all, Husam?
Joe, you know, for someone who has, you get me, no open play goals in 4 games, you're concerned about everyone else.
No,
you're not
I'm
concerned
not
about
saying
yourself.
that. I'm not saying
Our
that.
Leeds still get the Conference League, mate. Our Leeds still get the Conference League. Why would I be concerned about Isak? I watched Nunes for 3 years.
Yeah.
I watched Darwin Nunes for 3 years, Joe.
No
I'm
reservations at all. You know he's going to
no
buy.
reservations. Fuck all that. Ain't no reserving nothing. Only reservations I'm making is at the dinner table because I'm gonna eat tonight. Like, oh. You get me? That's the only reservation I'm making right there. Bring me dinner, mate. Big up to my guy Nafisa. Big up to my girl Nafisa. Says, mate, continue forever. Aboud. Man City versus Madrid is gonna happen every group stage of every year, whether in pot 1 or 2 or 3 is gonna happen. You get me? Put the prize in the bag. Guys, since the Super League, UEFA is just milking this shit. Let's just be honest with it. You get me? So
that's why they changed the whole format of it, so they could actually do more of these fixtures.
Hey, guess what? Now it looks like which format? The Super League format. Same thing.
Yeah, because what they probably noticed that the previous group games, the ratings may have not been that good because you like maybe 2 teams in group.
Yeah, exactly.
Are good. The rest remember Man City's groups in the Champions League where they're playing like flipping. Also runs throughout the whole group. So remember that was the whole thing. Remember,
just like there's no jeopardy in this league format. Even when they tried to create jeopardy with that City PSG game, if you remember last season, they still both went through. PSG still went on and won it. That's the only thing that's missing for me is the jeopardy. You know, do you remember like when? Couple of seasons ago, Man United got knocked out when that Rooney Badaji got a hat-trick. I think, was it Copenhagen? You wouldn't get that now. You wouldn't get that now because
you wouldn't.
It's just a bit shitty. But I get why they've done it. Like you say, it's all about money, man. But it just
100%.
lacks jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
Lacks
that's all
jeopardy.
it is.
Thank you so much, Ash. Another super chat from you. I appreciate you, Ash, man. Big up to everyone who supports the channel. I'm humbled by you guys' support and love. Thank you so much, my brother. I think Club World Cup will take its toll on Chelsea this season. They're a strong team, but it won't surprise me if they drop it in January or February. I think if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm really mad at the transfer window that the club had this summer. I think it should have been a lot better.
Yep.
But what you're saying is true. And by the way, more and more PSG players are getting injured. But remember, when Klopp called it out in the summer, Ash, what did they say? Klopp is moaning. And Sky Cave came out and said it's a fantastic competition.
Oh, yeah,
Blah, 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 blah. You get
Well,
me? Let's treat all these football players like robots. You want to know what happens 2 weeks from now? Another international break with more qualifiers, with more
also-
games. But when
also
Klopp
it's
called
like-
it out, ooh, crazy. Klopp is, you get me? Yeah,
But
go play
also
paddle.
we got I think we got League Cup next week. There's no just play flipping 16, 17-year-olds away at Lincoln. I couldn't get no.
I think the big six club need to be like in the round 5 of the Carabao Cup. I'm not even. you get me?
Shut up, man. Who do you think you
There
are?
we go. Why do you care? Sheffield eliminated you, mate. Not even a good
You're out.
Sheffield.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we don't keep up. We keep up. Calvert
you
Lewin's
got-
penalty still traveling in the air.
You've got one game. You got
You know
one
what,
game a
though,
week.
yeah? We between now and the next break, yeah, we'll play 4. You'll play like 6 or 7. It's mad.
Yeah, Leeds must win the league. Big up to Ash who says, great panel,
One
gents.
game a
Keep
week.
it up. You'll never walk alone. Big up to you, Ash, man. I appreciate you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna see you back on the watch along. Ashraf Talks Football is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Forest Fan TV in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Andrew is the YouTube prostitute. He doesn't have his own channel, but he's everywhere. But we put Casually FC because that's
I'm
where
gonna
he
put up
asked.
my banner.
So you can find him on. You can find him on Casually FC. And don't go anywhere because this stream is going to take you over to Just Joe Football Show because they are doing a Leeds emergency meeting. They're going to send them back over to the watch along as well. So don't worry, we have you a consistent cycle of enjoyment. You get me? So they're live talking about positive vibes. That's the stream that we're going to send you guys over to. You get me? So go show them some love. Go say Husam Raid in the chat as well to take over the Leeds community. You get me? Leeds and Liverpool, we don't really hate each other anyway. So you get me? There's always love there. Big up to all of you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys back. Peace out.
Yeah.